What's going on there, guys? Krafu here, and before we get this guide to rushing started, I just want to thank you guys so much for the positive comments. I love you, and be sure that I'm not planning on dying. I'm not gonna let this thing beat me, and just, you know, some of the stories that I read in the comments, like how other people struggled with it, with all types of cancers. I mean, it's incredibly inspiring to me. So thank you guys again. I'm gonna keep you, of course, posted, but right now, business as usual. I promised you guys a guide to rushing. So this is pretty much my take on how to rush in Call of Duty and be successful. Now, I think this is the perfect type of game because I am rocking high kill streaks and I'm pretty much always on the move. And this, right over here, the host migrates, and I hate being put in these types of situations because then my aim goes haywire and I don't know if I'm gonna die or not. So the hit and miss with rushing is that you're not very careful when you do it. At least, again, this is my take on rushing. This is how I rush. So as you guys saw, because I didn't have hacker equipped or flak jacket, I died there due to the claymore. But because I wanted to get my kill streaks pretty much one kill before, I slept on hardline. Now that, of course, entitles me to get my kill streaks one kill, you know, earlier. And that's fine with me. Getting a chopper gunner at 8 kill streak may make a difference. Trust me on that. So what I am using right here in this game is the SR-71, chopper gunner, and the gunship. Sometimes it's hit and miss like in this situation. So I kill one guy, I aim for this one, and I completely disregard that there's another dude coming over here for me, so I totally wasn't prepared. But that's okay. The point of rushing is don't give up. Sure, you might be more successful. I guess that's also debatable. You may be more successful in the long run to play more defensively, but trust me, rushing is way more fun, and also you can get people raging out the asshole. I mean, believe me, whenever I rush in like a domination or team deathmatch or even a free-for-all, and let's say I'm in free-for-all and I kill the same dude like 3 times in a row because I predict where he's gonna spawn. That guy either is gonna send me a hate message saying, dude, you hack, you suck, you know, fuck you, or he's just gonna simply rage quit. And this is job well done for me. This is like a pat on the shoulder, you know, I did my job. And that's the same thing in team deathmatch type game modes. One thing you gotta know is to have quick reflexes, because the more you rush, the more in kind of clusterfuck situations you put yourself in. Just like I did. I saw a red dot, but then again, in the back of my head, I'm like, there might be 2 people over there, so I have to think of a way to take him out and turn on the other guy, if that makes sense. So but you also have to play smart. Instead of just backing up and going, you know, right where I was, just cutting right through the middle, I decided to go around. So you have to be careful with what setup you use. Of course, setup is the most important thing. Over here, I used a submachine gun with extended mags, in this case, the MP5K. My perks were hardline, sleight of hand, and I believe marathon. Now you can use variety of perks to rush, and also there's different types of ways that you can rush the enemy. And when I say rush the enemy, I mean you don't give them space to breathe at all. You're in their spawn, and if you die, you die. You just repeat the same process. Now, I think I'm gonna post at the end of this video, or if I don't forget, of course, my last 5 games on Call of Duty Black Ops, because they were, you know, one after the other, this being, I think, the last one, or somewhere in between. Every single game I played like this, using different setups. UAV counter, UAV Blackbird, high kill streaks, and as you guys can see, I don't want to call in the chopper gunner, because I wanted to deliver you a solid gameplay. I mean, I was set on that gunship from the beginning. I told myself, I have to fucking get it, or I'm gonna go crazy. So that's why I utilized the Blackbird, and when you're a rusher, and you're using the SR-71, that's your saving grace. I mean, SR-71, and it's all over. Of course, if you know how to behave. So utilize any sort of strategy that you can. If you find yourself against 3 people, don't just go like, well, you know, there's 3 against 1, I'm never gonna win it. Well, if you're not gonna win it, that's fine, but at least you're gonna know that you gave it a shot. So I acquired my second SR-71, or third one, I think second though. Go around, check for another guy, got another chopper gunner, but I am not going to use it just now. pick up the AUG, and just go to work yet again. Since I have the SR-71, there's no pretty much excuse for me to die now. Yes, of course, there's the variable of people spawning behind me, but then again, this happens in all Call of Duty. You have to stay positive that nobody will spawn behind you. The most mistakes we make in rushing when we try to acquire high kill streaks is by the last kill. The last kill is a bitch, trust me. More often than not, if I'm one away from the dog, one away from the Osprey gunner, one away from whatever, I find myself panicking. And this is the one thing that you don't want to do. Also, one other mistake is this, trying to utilize two techniques. Sometimes when I rush, I find myself, well, maybe I should slow down. And then I have to rethink my strategy, how the enemy will spawn, how, you know, they will come at us. Because sometimes the enemy wakes up and they're like attacking you and you're like, what the fuck, I should have never slowed down. Because you gotta think, well, maybe if I killed that guy one more time, he wouldn't get the SR-71. He wouldn't get the chopper gunner. He wouldn't get the gunship. So you gotta think it like that. Of course, this is a video game, and this is just my take on rushing, how I rush. Opinions will vary, you know, setups will vary, but for me, shotguns, SMGs are the way to go, depending on the map. On a medium-sized map, kind of a clusterfuckish map like Launch, I say go with the shotgun or the SMGs. On maps like Havana, where there's a lot of long-range shots, I suggest go with an assault rifle. Final score is 35-4. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. If you could please press the thumbs up button on this video, it would be fantastic. Also leave a comment, was this helpful? So again, thank you so much for the support. I will keep you guys posted, and have a good one.